Hello to all my people around the world. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Ovidio Garcia, and today I will be talking about taking your first step. I'm going to talk about why many people I think are very fearful in taking the first step when it comes to changing their life, changing their path of course to fulfill a personal dream or a goal that you have been entertaining for a long time, and you are afraid what other people are going to think about you if what you decide to embark in fails. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in my personal experiences, how what I had to do to change that type of mindset and not worry about what other people were or have been thinking about me. So I think the first number one reason why people have such a difficult time taking the first step is fear. Fear is one of the biggest dream stealers there is out there. And the reason why fear is a dream stealer or a goal stealer is because you have entertained previous conversations of from the inside or from the outside that have embedded negative thoughts inside your subconscious, and your conscious mind all now it thinks that you're not worthy of taking that first step because of this information that has been stored inside of you. Now, depending how you were raised, that has a lot to do with when you get older. Now, if you grew up in an environment where there's always negativity, well, a lot of times the outcome is going to be negative. But there are ways how you can change that. So I'm going to talk about, in my example, when I started my business, everybody told me that what I was doing was the biggest mistake. That we were in a recession, gas prices were up, I was getting into the delivery business, and people were telling me I had no idea what I was doing, which was very, very accurate. I had not one clue what in the world I was getting into. But I had this dream and this goal and this sensation inside of me that I had to embark and start in this new path that I was going to start walking in. And what happened was that if I would have entertained outside conversations from my own family or close acquaintances, I would never would have had the opportunity to ever reach people with my experiences. Now, I promised myself since 2011 that I was never going to be an employee. And I'm not speaking bad about being an employee. You can be the best employee in the world, and that's great. But I promised myself, see, it's just what's inside me, that I was never going to work for anybody because I felt like I was never valued. I felt like when I shared my information, I felt like it was going into deaf ears no matter how good my idea was to help that company grow. It fell into deaf ears. So that's when I told myself, you know what? You have to start your own business. You have to start your own company. So all the ideas you do have, you're going to use them in your own business and make your own businesses grow. So fear is something that prevents people from taking the first step. Now, how can you change that fear? And I'm going to give you an example of what helped me. But I learned this from other successful people that have higher goals than me, have bigger dreams than me. You are what you are around the people you hang out with. You hang out with dumb people, you're gonna stay dumb, or you're gonna become dumb, or whatever it is. If you're an intelligent person, if you hang around intelligent people, then there is no other choice but sooner or later you're gonna become intelligent. So who you hang around with, you have to be very careful to choose your friends wisely. So I heard this information from other people who are successful. I always tend my ears to them because they know more than what I know. and they have way more experiences than what I have. So I listen to what they say. Now, inside this book, or this little composition book, I have my positive affirmations written out. I have about over 200 of them. I'm not going to show you in detail because these are very personal to me, but you can see I have them written down. And these positive affirmations I read every morning when I wake up and before I go to sleep. This is the second thing that I read after I read my biblical verses. I start off the day with my spiritual life in balance, and then I start off reading my positive affirmations. And I go through each one, and I meditate on each positive affirmation that I have written down that I want to accomplish, and I have the year written next to it. Now, you have to be realistic with these positive affirmations, these goals that you have written down. You cannot say that you want to obtain $10 million, $20 million if you don't have a job right now. And if you do have a job, you're only working part-time. Life doesn't work like that. You ever thought about, you ever ask yourself why wealthy people, rich people never share their wealth or their riches? And I'm going to give you the reason why, because I've come across a lot of them. The reason why they don't share their wealth or riches, not because they're greedy and not because of their experiences in life. No, the reason why is because they sacrifice their time to obtain those riches, to obtain that wealth that they were looking for or seeking, because that was a dream and a goal of theirs. So why share something that they sacrifice themselves where you have the same exact 24 hours a day that you can be doing, but you rather be out there partying, rather be out there celebrating things that shouldn't be celebrating, drinking, doing drugs, and then you want to wish that your life is going to change. Unfortunately, life does not work like that. Life takes its time to change things, and if you decide that the route that you're going in, doing your same routine, just doing what you're doing, wasting your time, and you're wishing that money all of a sudden is going to fall on your lap or is going to be laid out in front of your feet, I'm going to give you a wake-up call. It doesn't work like that. The truth is the truth, and a lot of people have issues with that. So, for example, people who want to change their diet or lose weight, and if you're fat, there's a reason why you might be fat. It's because you want to change your diet, but you're listening to outside people saying, no, it's okay, you shouldn't do that, or why you're going to go do that? Come with me, let's go watch a movie, or let's go out to eat. But that's your dream. That is your goal. You want to lose weight, but yet you pay attention to these other people that are probably more sick than you or more overweight than you, and you're seeking advice from somebody else. I seek advice from people who are way higher than where I'm at. That's who I seek advice from. I'm not saying that I'm not going to learn from somebody who is at a lower level than me. I never put myself on a pedestal and think that I'm better than others, because I can learn from somebody who is also financially in a status lower than me, and I'm also going to learn from somebody financially higher than the status of me. But I'm going to take a lot more of the recommendations, a lot more of the information from somebody who already has obtained millions of dollars, because they already have the evidence of it. So you need to seek information, advice for people who have a reputation of what you are trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish. You meet yourself up with other people who have similar dreams. Do not let these dream stealers take your dreams away from you. Do not let these goal stealers take your goals away from you. Your own family will turn against you because they cannot see what you see. You are born with that gift. You are born with that dream. You are born with that goal inside of you. Whether what you believe in, don't believe in, has nothing to do with me. What I'm trying to tell you is, whatever you have inside, work on it. Get it going. Do not let this first step, and let years down the road, when you get old or sick and you see your life flash before you, say like, man, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. Every time that I speak to old people, the number one thing they always tell me, their number one regret, is they wish they would have more time to go back and change the things they wish they could have done, but they listened to other people, or they were doubtful within themselves, saying like, nah, it's not going to work. But it's too late. It's too late now. You that are healthy, you that are young. I'm not saying if you're old, you cannot still not accomplish your dreams. A lot of people that have been old and have accomplished their dreams. It's just that it gets more difficult the older you get. I'm not saying it's impossible. It just gets more difficult. So what I try to share with you is my personal experience, that I do not pay attention to people who are outside, not on the same boat that I'm at. If I'm on a boat and I see you on the shore and you're trying to give me advice on how to steer a boat, that's gonna sound a little bit ridiculous, because you're on the shore, I'm on the boat trying to figure out how to navigate this ship, or try to figure out how to navigate this boat where I'm trying to go to. So be careful who you seek advice from, the things that you listen to, how you speak to yourself. You have to constantly be meditating, saying, yes, I'm gonna be somebody someday. If people have discouraged you, usually the discouragement comes from loved ones, for people that you've been in love with, or your family they're gonna be the first ones to discourage you. Do not let that discouragement have an influence on the way that where you're walking to. It's going to be difficult. It's not impossible. But I always give this example. If you and I are standing next to each other, and from a distance, we see a tall, big mountain. Perhaps you might just see the mountain, but I see the other side of the mountain, where my goals and my dreams are there waiting for me to fulfill, to accomplish. So try to see over that mountain. When you go up that mountain, there's going to be a lot of rough edges. You might get cut, you might be bruised, you might fall back, you might fall down, but you have to keep yourself climbing up that mountain, because if you give up, then it's always going to be the back of your mind saying, why did I quit? Why did I quit? Never quit on your dreams, never quit on your goals. If your dreams and goals have like diminished and you put them on the back burner, add some fuel to it, add some fire to it, especially right now that you have so much time. Figure out what you have to do to fulfill your dreams, because you never know who you might be able to help. All I ask, if you find my information useful, please share, please like it. You have any messages, any ideas, any comments, write them down, send them to me, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.